My dog died. Let's go.
Oh, wait, is it time? What episode is this? Damn. I'm always...
56, I think, right?
You're probably right. I do want to check.
55 was last time, and I felt like it should have been a lot more than what it was. It was just another episode, but it happened, and that's how I remember it.
Yeah. I accidentally typed in Exploding Duck Brigade instead of DuckCast.
Nice.
Okay, 55. So this is episode... Do you want to start over? Or are you leaving this?
No, it's all good. We started with dog dying. We leave it at this. We keep going from this. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to DuckCast episode 56. Doug Walker.
Here we go.
Let's not say anything else. Let's just let that be the context from several years from now when someone clicks on this and tries to remember why we said his name. Anyway.
FYI, we were going to do an episode just only on the channel Awesome Subjects, a topic episode that we haven't done since I think episode 8, 7, something.
I don't remember. It's been a while.
But we held off on it because of too many people posting about it. So
too many people are posting about it, and I will say this at the very least: too many people. I told you about this. Too many of the people posting about it are very toxic about it too.
Oh yeah.
Like they're very aggravated, and I'm not like it's again. I'm 100% against Channel Awesome with this situation. They've given 2 shitty responses so far, but it seems like not every single one of them. I'd say 2 videos I was able to watch all the way through was the one that Lupa actually made, and then Quentin Review's video was actually really good. But everyone else,
I saw the Lupa one after you mentioned it to me. That was a good. Yeah.
And obviously that one, it's very it's very reasonable because it's coming from a person who was directly affected by it, more so than a lot of people actually do. But it also was very well spoken.
Yeah.
There was no big pauses. It didn't seem like she went off about anything that didn't matter. She even kind of admitted that some of the stuff she brings up sometimes is petty, which I do agree with, but she has the right to get petty after all of the other horrible shit that happened.
She acknowledged her faults too. She said, if you can't understand, fair enough, but at the same time it happened.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess I'm being a little I guess we're kind of talking about it now, and I will stop now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
everyone will get what's coming to them. Yay.
All right.
You know what I saw.
I feel like that'd be a great out of context clip for the future. Jeez. What happened right there?
You know what I saw earlier that made me mad, and we're going to another, I guess, recurring topic on this podcast, but I think we talked about Rich Alvarez shorts, either on DuckCast or off of it. The recent one.
Yeah, we definitely did off of it. I don't know on it. I didn't watch his newest one. I started watching his virtual reality one from a few weeks ago, and it bored the hell out of me, and I stopped watching it.
Well, first of all, I gotta say, they should still keep doing them, because if you do notice, compared to their video game talking discussions, short little 3-minute video things, whatever, those don't get as many views as the shorts will do. They get over 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 sometimes. It's good. Keep doing the shorts. I don't know why they keep the name Rich Alvarez Shorts in the name, making it a brand, making it a show in and of itself. I don't know. It's weird. I don't get it.
I see that kind of as just an organization, being organized.
It's if I put a Ziff Prod short after every single skit I ever did, that would make
What I would say is you don't have to put the title in every single short. You could just make a playlist, and that's how you organize it. Because I consider the Bemis and Company, the skits I do, to be Bemis and Company episodes, but I also just have it listed in the playlist. I don't have it written in the description or the titles. Although that name is actually going to change again after the next episode.
I just feel like Richie always tries to brand every kind of video he does into some kind of series.
And he wasn't like that always. He didn't used to do that. It used to just be YouTube news and...
If you're going to categorize a skit as a part of your skit comedy series instead of a skit on its own thing, that makes it less of a fun little idea that you came up with, and more so you made this idea just for the playlist, just for more skits. you're not.
Yeah, I
It's
almost did
again
that
like
actually with
I've said off
Slate.
camera, but like a skit should be like without the name, whatever short, so it could be a bit like a short film slash comedy skit feel, not a part of a
Yeah.
series.
Well, yeah, and
It works well in the long run. I feel like.
I almost did that for Slate side because we had a show that we were going to produce called Take 50, where it was just going to be a bunch of like short films, but they were going to be made in the span of a week,
Mhm.
and it was just going to be so we could like do more experimental stuff. And then I like just working on it, like I was editing the first one, and not only did I have a lot of problems with the first one we did because it kind of felt the same thing like these Rich Alvarez shorts did. It was just really forced because we're just trying to force them out there rather than waiting for a really good idea. Because what it is, when you have that really good idea, you want to put a lot of attention into it. So why waste time on the ideas that aren't that great? Um, so I don't know. I mean,
And
right?
and the thing about
I haven't seen the new Rich Alvarez short, but
I was gonna say like the recent one like the other ones probably are the same thing too, but like this one was just so obnoxious with like they've done overacting a lot in the past, but this one they really overdo it, especially Garrett, to the point where it's like they really do think it's funny, and I'm sure they're
it's
having
like
a fun
Lele
time on
Pons
set.
skit.
What?
It's like a Lele Pons skit.
I was when I'm watching the scene when Rich and Garrett are talking in this new skit, when you see it, if you'll see I was thinking to myself, this is just as bad as a Lele Pons skit. It's 100% that. It is so bad. There were some parts I had to skip in the video because it was just it took too long. It was a 5-minute skit, I think, and I don't know.
Yeah.
It was dumb. The
Look at
VR one, I felt like there was one or two jokes I actually did laugh at, but then the rest, as it went on, it got boring. Yeah.
There was one part that made me laugh in the VR one. Like I said, I eventually got out of it because it was just annoying me. One part that made me laugh, and it was just because of the bad context, and I thought it was going to go somewhere, but it never does, is like they go to the house and like, when did you get 2 dogs? I had 2 dogs.
Yeah.
10 more coming. 10 more on the way. And like,
I love that joke. That was so good.
About the way he delivered that line and just like how weird it was. Like I was wondering, what the hell is he doing? I'm intrigued now. What is he doing?
I feel like that could be like a recurring thing too. Like Garrett's, like a piece of Garrett's personality is just like he just owns a bunch of dogs and he has nothing to do with. He doesn't know what to do with them.
Or he does some really crazy schemes. You never know what the fuck he's doing. But
like before, like
instead it turns into this VR thing that has nothing to do with that comment he made.
Yeah. Like the beginning of that skit up to Richie getting to the VR, like that was funny, and then once he got on the VR, it started to get very boring until the end. But yeah, like as for this new skit, it was just very obnoxious, mainly for the overacting. Like they overdid it way too much, and like I don't know, it was like it was about like Friday the 13th. All these, oh no, everything bad is happening, and they're like Friday the 13th, that thing, and they repeated that over and over for a few times.
Oh shit! Today's Friday the 13th.
Yeah. Got out on that day, but yeah. And then they did a Pokemon. They did a Pokemon Go joke in the Friday the 13th video too. Chris was like, "Oh, let me check on Pokemon Go. Oh, servers are down. No, yay! 2018 Pokemon Go joke." Yeah. That was one of the first jokes at the end of the first part of the skit, and it was
I'm just gonna skip this next one and I'll watch what they release next week.
No, watch it. Do it. I order you.
No.
That's my recommendation of the week.
No, don't waste a recommendation.
I saw Ready Player One a week or two ago.
What'd you think?
I gave it a good like 7 out of 10, maybe 6 out of 10. But like first of all, like it does have a lot of cliches. It does, and it like if I felt like it was like a movie from the 80s where it was like it had a very enjoyable tone and story, and like much like many older movies, they have their flaws, but it's like those flaws that you kind of enjoy. Like I don't know, are you into that kind of stuff? Like if you just acknowledge some of the things, it's like it's dumb, but it's fun dumb.
I can acknowledge a movie is fucking stupid and still enjoy it.
But also the visuals, by the way, of Ready Player One are amazing.
They looked okay in the trailer. Yeah, I mean, I might
so good.
I might check it out. I don't know. Yeah. The next thing I'm going to see is Isle of Dogs, and I was going to see it tonight, but my bank account is looking a little sad, so I'm deciding that I'm not going to do that just yet.
There's a lot of fan service in Ready Player One, obviously.
Yeah,
it depends on the person if it might piss you off. For me, like some of the things that they showed
it's
off.
kind of
Like
like
I wasn't a big fan of them, but like I was still like hyped when they showed them. Like I don't know, some like the bigger
to
ones
me,
near the
it's
end of the
kind of
movie.
like
It was like,
Star
oh cool.
Wars. Like I think those movies, the Disney movies, are dumb as hell, but I do enjoy them. But I'm also not going into them like with like these huge expectations. So I could
Mm.
probably go into something like Ready Player One like that. But sometimes the thing is, I can get bored in those movies, and I do think stuff like The Last Jedi has enough to where I wasn't getting bored. It wasn't something I was super invested in, but I wasn't bored either. Same thing with Rogue One and The Force Awakens. But then, I've seen some Marvel movies, and I'd actually put Marvel movies on a higher level than Star Wars.
Mm.
Even though I'm not the biggest Marvel fan, but like then some of those are boring as fucking hell too. Like Age of Ultron, I thought was really boring. Iron Man 2, everyone agrees is boring.
Yeah.
But I did recently see Civil War for the first time, and that was a fun movie. I
The
enjoyed that.
Russo brothers, Winter Soldier, Civil War, and now the next two Avengers movies, like they just do a great job. Those two, as directors.
I enjoyed it, and like honest to God, we talked about Black Panther a few times on the last few episodes, and I will say his appearance in that movie made me want to see Black Panther more because he was really good.
When I saw Civil War, like I saw Black Panther, and he was like, oh, badass. But and when he was announced he was getting his own movie, I was like, okay, this might be pretty cool. And then when Black Panther came out, it was amazing. So yeah.
I'm interested.
Yeah.
I'm gonna maybe watch Doctor Strange tonight. It's in my
It's okay.
Netflix
It's not
watch
great,
list.
but I liked it. Yeah.
I like. I've seen a few movies since our last show. Well, okay, I was gonna. One of them. I'll just go in order real quick. Last show I mentioned, Ingrid the West. Ever since then, I watched a movie, a Netflix original called Okja, and it's good. It's manipulative because it's like a PETA movie almost. It's like a
Okja?
don't
I
eat
think I might
meat.
have
It's
seen
like a
it.
don't eat meat movie. But the focus stays on the story and its characters, and there is like a really good heart to it. It has really surprisingly good cinematography. I've never seen like something that looked this visually appealing in a Netflix movie. Um, Although I do hear there's some Netflix films with like really outstanding visuals that I haven't checked out yet. But Okja is probably the best Netflix movie I've seen so far. Keeping in mind I've seen a handful of them, but with fundamentals of Karen and the Death Note live action, they haven't really made a good impression on me. But
What's that
uh,
one movie or a show that came out a while ago? Altered Carbon. I heard like when it came out, people were like raving about it. I haven't seen it yet.
maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah.
There's Okja, I'd recommend it. It's preachy, but it's still good. I saw. I think after that I watched Civil War. I already talked about that. After that, I went and saw A Quiet Place in theaters with my little sister. Um, and I made a post about this on Facebook and got into arguments with people because of it. Nothing too heated. Stuart was one of the people arguing with me actually, and I had like it was like aside from him telling me to kill myself at
Oh yeah.
first, because that's Stuart for you.
Classic.
It was the rest of it was actually a very reasonable discussion back and forth with us. I was entertained by it. My little sister definitely liked it more than I did. It's a 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it really doesn't deserve that, in my opinion. Like it has so many like horrible cliches in it. I mean, like the cliches that I can't just shrug off. Like I actually hate them so much every time they happen. One of the biggest ones is like jump scares, and the thing is, this is a movie where jump scares would be totally acceptable because it's a movie where everything is completely quiet. So then something like a noise being made that could work as a really good jump scare and does like cause you have a lot of anxiety throughout the film because like just knowing like it's all quiet, but if someone makes a loud noise, like they're pretty much fucked. That's a very good premise for a horror movie, I think. But they exaggerate the sounds every single time. Like something can't just knock over and break. It has to knock over and break with the noise being a lot louder than it actually would be, and then adding like the orchestrated sound effects to it. Like, and I hate that. I hated it when It did it. I hated it when Get Out did it. And now this was a movie where they didn't need to do it at all because the jump scares would have been perfect on their own in this movie, but they have to add to it. And that's just such a shitty Hollywood gimmick that I fucking hate. And it's throughout this entire movie. And I think that actually, I don't think that's a nitpick. I think that is something that actually lowers the quality of the movie a lot. And then the characters also do like stupid thing after stupid thing, and a lot of them are just innocent mistakes. Where I get it, the characters need to make mistakes. There has to be a dilemma. It has to be interesting. But the mistakes they make are like really stupid sometimes, and also the end. And a lot of people are praising it. I don't think it's that good.
10
But you
out of
watched it. You
10.
tell me what you think, because people are fucking raving about it, and I'm one of two people with this opinion right now.
Well, it sounds a lot like a horror movie, so I'm probably not ever gonna see it. But
okay. And that's
yeah,
not true,
baby.
so I'm one of two people that didn't. I actually do like it. Like, I don't hate it. It's just the fact I wouldn't be like going on that rant if it weren't for the fact that people are just like saying this movie, talking about this movie's brilliance, because it's clearly not.
Mm.
But that's me.
Mm.
And then I saw one more movie. I saw Francis Ha on Netflix, and that's good. I'd recommend it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a Netflix original or anything, but it's on Netflix. So that's my rant of the episode.
Yeah, that's your list.
I've had like those heated. That's like up there with Full Metal Alchemist and I don't know.
Oh, I saw the live action Full Metal Alchemist movie on Netflix.
I heard that
It was pretty Japanese, very Japanese.
I heard my brother say that for Edward, like as an adult, he has just like we just have him with a wig on. But
Everyone
as
has
a kid,
a wig on. Everyone.
But as a kid, it's just like black hair, like that's kind of painted a little bit, so you can still see the black through the hair. And he just said it was the most ridiculous looking thing. I haven't watched it yet. It's on my watch list. I'm gonna watch it eventually. The thing is, I know it's going to make me angry, so I'm just waiting for a good. I need to be drunk when I watch it. I think I need to be with friends and drunk, and then I'm gonna watch it because I do want to, but I know I'm going to dislike it. Like
I forget if it was that movie or one of the CW shows I saw. Either, like if it was one of the CW ones, I guess it's off topic, I guess, but I don't know. But like I saw like a character wearing a wig, like, but you can see their hairline like right underneath, and like even the side. It's like, like I can't, I couldn't, I won't put it past CW for doing something as stupid with that. But I think it might have been Full Metal Alchemist. But I don't know.
Well, okay, so you don't know. You don't even
Not
know.
100%. I'm just saying.
Huh. Okay,
But,
Zach.
I'm just saying.
No, it's okay.
I don't know.
I
The
like
visuals were
Fullmetal
great.
Alchemist
I mean,
a lot.
like Al, like the CGI. I mean, just from the trailers, you've seen the movie too. He's great. They didn't do Al too much in the movie. Like when it was clearly like a bunch of the episodes of the show kind of crammed into one movie, and it felt very weird. At the same time, if you want to see these scenes in live action, this is your movie. But don't expect something great. You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Japanese, they like to make anything based on like anime or cartoons, like make sure that the actors portray it animated as well for some reason. And
a few years ago, I probably would have been totally into this. I think I just know better now.
But go watch it visually. Also, there's not a lot of action. It starts off with like an action scene, which is really cool, and then throughout most of the movie until the final fight, there's like just a lot of drama, which is fine. The show had a lot of that, building characters, I guess. But like, I don't know. If you've never seen the show and only see this, you're going to be completely lost. It's for the fans just to see scenes in live action and to enjoy some CGI. That's it.
I'm gonna watch it because I am a huge fan of the show. Like I've said before, it's my favorite anime, but we'll see. I'm calling it my favorite anime. I kind of have like a bias towards it because the last time I watched it, I think was when my last was my senior year of high school, and I'm questioning if I rewatched it now if I'd enjoyed as much. But because like I think that it's like potentially something like Death Note could probably take its place because I've rewatched that not long ago and still loved all of it.
Yeah.
Full Metal Alchemist when I think
Death
back
Note, maybe not all of it. Not all of it. Like, when L died afterwards.
Spoilers. But
oh yeah.
But I mean, but it's still not bad. Like, I mean,
I'm just saying, like, it's not all good, technically.
I think the final episode's really fucking good.
Yeah.
And I do think that there's a lot of like you do take a lot of the great chemistry away from the show by taking them out of it. I get why they had to do it though, and there's still some really damn good stuff in like the last couple episodes actually. He's there for most of the show though.
But as for Full Metal Alchemist, I still haven't finished the show itself, the original show. I'm still like stopped at that one point.
I still stand by it, even though I'm not sure if like I could call it my favorite anime if I rewatched it again. I still stand by saying it's better than Brotherhood.
We'll see when I finish it.
Because Brotherhood like just legitimately made me angry when I watched it. All right.
Because
So
you were comparing, you idiot.
it wasn't even that I was comparing. It was that like did a fucking annoying shit in it. Its sense of humor annoyed me.
That's in both. Well, it's more in Brotherhood.
I think
agree,
it's
but...
I still quote stuff from the original though that just makes me laugh hysterically. There's this whole filler episode that's dedicated to like Mustang and his men, and like what? Oh, dude, when you get to that one, it's the best.
I might have already.
Like,
I don't know.
it's near the end of the show.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like in the 40s of the.
I like that
episode.
one that I quoted like on DuckCast, like when Winry, like after Al had or after Ed had some big battle, he's like in the nursery bed, and she goes up to him and she's like, "You didn't drink your milk, Ed." Like, I don't know. That was fun. But yeah. So we're like 21 minutes in, and this is all
and
we
we're
got.
out of show content.
I only had like 2 notes, and I got through them.
I didn't have any notes for this episode, honestly. I wasn't thinking about it.
Not too good.
I've been
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, it's just a small thing you wouldn't even relate to much. I don't know.
No, you can say it because I don't have much to say right now. I know what I'll talk about next, but go ahead.
Like right before watching this, I was watching a stream where like it was another VR chat streamer, but like the guy streaming, his girlfriend got her mom to try VR for the first time, and like they got all their friends, invited them to all these worlds with them and meet them. It was just really, really funny. Like the mom was like, she said all the best things. She said all the little memes that were a part of the group. It was just really, really fun time, and the chat was going wild. It was great. And tomorrow they're having their 4th or 5th episode of their podcast that I mentioned, the Team 5 podcast.
You mentioned it last episode, yeah.
Yeah, they do VR chat podcast. It's fun. What are you gonna say?
Oh man, I started using Reddit for like the first time, just to follow this freaking StarDonnaCast Reddit, because I was just like, yeah, I'm curious about this, and we've already proven to be a very toxic fan base.
Yeah, I've never felt the interest to join Reddit, especially after everything that's been said about the community.
It makes like there was a person who like like the whole Rick and Morty IQ thing. To be fair, like the person who made the post, to be fair, you have to have a really high IQ to enjoy Rick and Morty, this and that, and then it got copied and pasted.
What's up?
Zachary's papa.
Box, right?
What?
They took the box.
They took the box.
Papa.
They did.
I'm sorry, Zach.
He looked at me and he was like, I don't know why.
Could he hear me?
No, I have my earbuds in. No.
Okay, I was like, okay.
Oh God.
But like we have one of those because someone made a post saying that Adam, like it's again the show's Adam, Alex, and Ralph. I've mentioned their channels a bunch of times, but this post was Adam is ruining StarDonnaCast for me, and it was this really stupid post, and I actually responded to it, not like respectfully disagreeing with it. And then eventually I saw a bunch of people posting it, and I was like, I just went back to my comment and said, I just became aware of the meme. I feel dumb now. And then Adam actually responded to me, saying that this is what the meme originated from. This one was legitimate. So now you have this person who made this like really mean post about one of the 3 people, and just everybody on this Reddit is making fun of him. Is it called the subreddit? I don't know. And it's just like so and so has ruined StarDonnaCast for me. So this has ruined StarDonnaCast for me. Mark Zuckerberg is ruining privacy for me. Bush ruined 9/11 for me. It was just shit like that nonstop now. Oh.
You mean like just a bunch of people, just one after the other, just saying a bunch of memes in a row, like
the fucking page, dude. It's like some occasionally fun questions to kind of go through and answer, because a big part of it is like film discussion, where someone asks us a question, not even specifically for the people running the podcast. It's just like amongst each other to answer.
That reminded me of like when the same group that does like that VR podcast, when this recent event that came up in Boston, PAX East happened. They all met up in IRL, and like they were all posting all these things on Twitter. I don't have a Twitter account, but I would like go to the Twitter pages in general and like and see the comments, and like around the same time when this event happened, like I don't know if you knew about this. I don't know if it was just that community of people that this meme became a thing, but the soup time meme, you know about that at all?
The soup time meme.
There's
No.
a frog standing on his legs, and there's soup right next to him, and then Texas is soup time. Like that's the meme. And it's just
Nope.
like soup time, soup. It's just all these posts about, hey, we're finally meeting up IRL, and just I think there was one post like 50, maybe close to 100 comments with nothing but soup time pictures, like nothing involving, oh hey, great to see you guys meeting up IRL. Just all soup time, just a frog next to soup.
You know what meme I like?
Yeah.
Steamed hams.
What's steamed hams?
I sent. Oh, you already forgot.
Yeah.
I sent you a bunch of stuff last week. We were investigating steamed hams together. When we did our last episode, I started sending you steamed ham clips,
I don't remember.
and you sent me that Drake and Josh one that wasn't.
It was great. It was very great.
Nope, it wasn't good.
It was very funny. At the end, they were like Megan, and then they kept falling. It was very hysterical.
That one's better,
Yeah.
but that's not the same thing. I'm talking about the one with like the wooden, like the door.
The Mario Odyssey one?
Yeah, but like that's what the one. That's the one with all the other memes too.
Well, it's better than all the other ones.
They're all kind of equally unfunny.
They don't really try with theirs. At least this one, they put like Cappy and then replace the thing with Cappy. You know, they tried. Yeah. You open the door with Cappy. It makes sense also in the game too. So it's like, it's not just some random thing. You idiot. You don't know a good meme when you see one. Piece of shit. Look at
Oh,
you
a
laughing
great
over
meme.
there.
Just
What are you
the
laughing about?
steamed hams meme, which is the best meme ever made, and I've been enjoying even several weeks later.
You know what's better than steamed hams though?
What's better than steamed hams?
Drake and Josh and Mario Odyssey World trying to.
No,
open
it's
up
not.
steamed
No,
hams.
it's not. That was horrible.
It's very great. It's the
I
best.
didn't laugh even once.
You laughed, and I heard you laugh.
No, I didn't.
I don't
You
have
didn't.
proof of it, but
Now, you laughed at the Marvel thing I sent you.
yeah, that was great.
That was a
good
pretty
one.
good one. That was a pretty good one.
I hope. Okay, anyone watching, go back to the last episode. Look in the description. There's a thing with like the leaked Avengers Infinity War ending. I think it was. Don't
Yeah.
worry about spoilers. Just watch it. Trust me. I love the little one that's supposed to be Ant-Man, and it's clearly not an Ant-Man model. It's just like some dude in a suit or something.
Oh, my mom's yelling at the dog.
I don't know. What did the dog do?
Probably biting her.
Good.
She's a biter.
Good. That's kinky. Some people like that.
Yeah, we actually just today, because they took her to the vet, we got Kenzie's leash, collar, I should say, as well as they did a paw print. I guess they took it after she died, where
Like
they
on
put
the
her
rock?
paw in clay.
Oh
They
yeah.
put her paw in clay, and we're gonna bake it now. Because we never got that done before, so I guess they did it after she died. I mean, I guess that's not a huge issue or anything, but yeah, we have that now. So I was kind of sad, also kind of happy to have, because we don't really have anything for her in our house right now. Like she exists in pictures, but nothing's like hung up of her, and I kind of want like a little. I kind of want like one of those double picture frames. One of Sadie, our new dog, in there.
If it's
one
like
of them's in
a
there.
clay rock, then you could put like one of those pedestal things with the two hooks, and you just put it right in there. Just have it on display,
Yeah.
not like on a wall or anything, but like on a little pedestal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now I'm just referring to like pictures though. Yeah, but we got our collar back and all of that because we haven't really been to that vet since Kenzie moved on. But yeah, that was fun. No, it wasn't. Oh, so anyway. I'm like seriously like out of content. Like I don't know what
me
to talk
too.
about.
Yeah.
What do you
I mean-
think? Is there anything I watched? I went over to Gage's house and started watching the animated Spawn series with him. Have you ever heard of that?
What's Spawn?
Yeah, it's like a superhero. Not really a superhero, but like
I think
not
there was like a bad movie called Spawn in the
yeah,
90s.
yeah, and that's the
I never
character. It's
saw
a
it.
comic book.
Okay.
It's a comic book show, and I never saw the movie. I just saw the
Yeah.
Nostalgia Critic. Thoughts and prayers to the victims. But anyway, I did see the animated series, and I saw the first two. And the first one was really boring, but then the second one was really ridiculous and kind of dumb, but also very entertaining.
Hmm.
And I'd recommend it possibly. I gotta watch more of it. I do have like a couple of shows in my like watch queue. Last night, I just like started watching a ton of Ed, Ed and Eddie because like someone was live doing one of the live streams on YouTube, and I was just like,
Those
yeah.
are still going on. I don't get those recommended to me anymore. Like the random South Park, Family Guy, Rick and Morty 24/7 live streams on YouTube.
Oh, I know. I wanted my recommended video of the week to be okay. So
Oh,
you'll
no.
appreciate this one because you played Paper Mario.
Okay.
There's this video on how to make a cursed Paper Mario cartridge
What's it called?
where while glitching the game, he creates 4 save profiles, and just completely doesn't hack anything at all. Just glitches all 4 of them by doing a certain thing that he knows will like mess with the game. So if he were ever to sell it, if someone put the game cartridge in and like loaded up any of the 4 files, something horrifying pops up. And it's so entertaining. It is such a good video.
What's it
It's
called?
outstanding. I think it's called how making a cursed Paper Mario game, but I'll look it up for you. I think I'm subscribed to the person now. He just does a bunch of like glitch videos. Like he just fucks games up in the best ways he can.
You don't remember the channel's name, do you?
No,
Okay.
but I'll look it up after the show and send it to you.
All right.
Oh, so that's my recommendation of the week. That was a really interesting video.
Mm.
What else did I watch? I've been watching a lot of shows again lately. I started watching television because I stopped for a while. Better Call Saul. We have, I think we talked about that last episode, September.
Are they filming it?
They've been filming it since January.
Good.
And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. There was
That
an
show
interview.
Legion I've told you about is still going on. They did episode 2 recently. It's pretty great.
What are you talking
so far.
about?
Legion on FX.
Oh yeah, you did tell me about Legion.
That very trippy show.
Oh,
As someone who's never gotten high, like I'm sure, to anyone that would get high watching the show, I'm sure they would have a great time. Because oh my god,
Austin sent me a bunch of voice messages. I'll have to check those out after the show.
you don't want to play 'em.
I'm not gonna
Probably
play them.
not be a dick for you playing, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely not playing them. I don't know what he's saying. I'm looking up the 100 right now because I want to see when that's coming out.
Oh, that's
he said-
later this month.
That 4th one.
Wait, a week or 2, I think, for the 100.
I think we said a week or two ago. So
Wait, hold on. I have it on my alarms. I know what day and time. Exactly. The 100 comes out on the 24th at 10 p.m.
Oh, yeah, April 24th. Okay.
Why 10 p.m.? Not 8 or 9?
100 is
Like
one of
all
those
the
shows I
other
never
shows.
watch when it's on TV. I normally just let the whole season pass,
Mm.
and then.
To be
binge
fair,
it.
though, I always record my shows. I don't even watch them when they go
Yeah.
on, but...
I love this article that popped up. The 100 creators promise no love triangles in season 5. Because that's something that the 100 is consistently guilty of, and it's never done well.
I forget. Can't remember one at the top of my head.
Raven, Finn, Clark.
Raven and Clark, what?
Raven, Finn, and Clark. Raven and Clark were both interested in Finn.
Oh, for some reason I was thinking like they all liked someone in the like okay, they all liked each other. Yeah.
Bellamy, Jaha, and Marcus. Don't act like you don't see it.
It's a weird
remember
image.
remember in season 2 when Jaha just fucking throws someone into the ocean to die without even thinking about it for 3 seconds? I like that guy. Jaha is like the most unsympathetic character in the show now, but I love it. It's hilarious. He's just like he considers everything he did for the greater good, so he's not guilty about it anymore. But maybe he should be a little guilty.
I love how at the same time too he still shows that presence of being a wise dude, like the wisest dude in the
Oh
group. Yeah,
yeah,
he does that stuff.
he's a great character. He's just really fucked in the head at this point, I think.
Yeah.
Like I think there's actually something mentally wrong with him.
I'm sure. Well, after everything he's been through, I'm sure. Yeah. I think everyone's a bit crazy right now in the show.
I'm not hating. I love his character. He's been. I think it's kind of bullshit that he managed to live in the second season, but it's kind of bullshit that all of them are still alive.
I think it was pretty badass the fact that like he got by himself from space to Earth safely with a baby. Wait, right? No, the baby was fake.
The 100 is a really entertaining show to watch, and there is some smart stuff in it, but as a whole, it's a pretty dumb show. Like it's a very much a dumb fun show, which I'm not shitting on that, but there is like some good things with leadership that I think the show actually handles in a very smart way. Because just all these characters have done so many fucked up things, and it's just like every single character who's criticized someone else for shitty leadership goes off to be even shitty.
Everyone in the show is wrong in some degree, or in
like
some aspects.
Murphy, who started off as one of the biggest scumbags on the show, is probably the person with the smallest amount of crimes now.
Yeah.
Because he just did horrible things in the first season, and after that, he just kind of tried to avoid everyone.
Character development.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Murphy. Murphy's a great character.
I love him. I've said before, like he could, not as like a spinoff, but like he could do the show by himself. Like he could be the main character of the show. Like I could see that. But like, yeah.
My name is Murphy Brown, and I am proud to be. It's just a Cleveland show style of Murphy and a bunch of the other crab people.
What if Murphy was black?
Well, that would change my whole outlook on the show. Not in a negative way. Don't put words into my mouth.
Come on, bro. Come on.
Come on.
Come on. I've been doing some more VR chat, and like there was this recent thing. Like I've told you, like I'm a little yellow bird, mute, and like I'm just being cute, just being completely innocent. There's this one room I went into where another dude was like as another bird, like a green bird or something, whatever, with like devil wings, and he could fly really high, and I couldn't. But like he was like, hey, you're another bird, follow me, and he opened a portal to some place I don't know. We went through this whole RP thing, like, hey, you want to fly as high as me? Let's go to this world and become me. And it's like my RP was just like, I like me being who I am. I don't want to be any green bird with devil wings. I want to be a cute little chicken. And like I changed it to his model, and then I looked in the mirror in the room, and I was like, no. And I ran back, became a chicken again. It's like, this is right. And like I don't think he really caught on with that. What he did, he looked at me and he was like, wow, you don't really like to do anything, do you? Like, just really mean. It sounded really mean, the tone of his voice, and he just left the room. And it was like, dude, you can't just interrupt someone else's RP by forcing your own RP into their RP, you know what I mean? That's not good RP. Yeah. It was dumb. Everyone needs to respect the cute little chicken bird.
Yep.
Every time.
I do actually have a story I was going to talk on the show, and it completely slipped my mind until now. That's why I normally take show notes. I didn't tonight. I normally have like a little notepad document open. So I've told you and Mitzi this before. I don't know if you remember it. When I was younger, like a lot younger, like pretty damn young, but it was at a point where I knew by that point. I did fan fiction on a website, and it was like comedic fan fiction because it was like the big website for it. And I did a comedy series based on pre-existing characters. It was kind of like no different from something like House Party, if you remember that.
Okay.
I did have like arcs in it and whatnot, and I stopped writing it years ago because it was like something that lasted about like I don't remember how long it lasted for me, but I stopped doing it a long time ago. But like the series I did was actually like a somewhat, considering like the website and how much traffic it actually got, it was like actually somewhat popular. Nothing too big, but it got reviews. I still get reviews for it to this day.
Mike
I
also
logged
gets
on to
personal messages from people being like, "Hey, are you still the guy who did that fan fiction years ago? Oh my god, I'm such a
I do
big
get
fan."
personal messages, and it's
Holy
on my
shit.
old email because I don't. It's an
Psychic.
email that I don't use at all anymore. And I logged on to it, and just a few days ago, and I have so much fucking spam, and I just kind of want to clear it out. I like so much cringy
From
shit.
some producer being like, "Hey, we're here to like offer you a show. I guess you're not gonna get back to us in time, so I guess we're not gonna give you the show now.
Oh
We're
yeah,
gonna pay you
oh
millions
yeah.
of dollars."
And the way
good.
I wrote it too. The way I wrote it too is like I literally would go on to the website and improvise it. Like I wouldn't go on with a plan, or like I wouldn't take time to write my stories out. I did it in this really bad script form, very similar to what I sent you one day that you made a video making fun of me for. Remember that?
No.
The first, like when I wrote a script for you, and then you made the Hire and Beams 100 video.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just a really terrible script. And that's what I did. Like I just wrote them up, and it was like kind of like a South Park take on a movie, with all of its characters, and it was just like me trying to be silly. Like I made all the characters I completely changed the roles of each character. So none of them acted like they actually do, and what they're from.
Yeah.
And I don't even want to say what it was. I am embarrassed. I'll say this much. It wasn't like it was pretty low tier, like pretty top tier embarrassing, but it wasn't like Sonic or My Little Pony embarrassing, all right? It wasn't any of that shit. It wasn't even anime.
Is it close to on the level of what my room looked like in the Hiring Beams 100 video? Because that was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was pretty like similar to that with how it was written.
God, my room had
like,
so many posters.
But it wasn't anime either. It was
here.
it was a lot less cringy than those things. All right, so I'll say that much. I'm still embarrassed about it, but it's not. I could have been a lot worse. But I still get reviews on that, and the ones that crack me up are the negative ones because it's something that I wrote so many years ago, and I'm just so self-aware. Like they say, I know I'm gonna get down. Like all of them say this too. I know I'm gonna get down votes, but it just you need the criticism. I know, but this is like such a long time ago.
Does it say on your?
I love those reviews.
Does it say on your account like what your age was or anything?
I don't think so, but it did say the year they were published to the website. And I just laughed. My age didn't justify it. I had horrible grammar for someone my age. Like I should have been better at that point. I'm pretty decent now. Like I have a pretty good writing structure. Like I'm able to format scripts properly, and yeah, as I stutter on my words. But anyway, but I just read like some of these reviews and they crack me up, and some of them are still positive. And I do actually appreciate the positive ones, even though I don't remember what the hell I wrote about. I remember what like the whole premise was. I just don't remember any of the stories or really what any of the characters were like, with the exception of you.
How fast do you think you'll pull those comments up?
I just go on I haven't logged on to my account for a long time. I just pull up my email and like they're sent directly to my email. But then some of them are super negative, and one of the people who like just left a review, one of the most recent ones I saw, says, "I don't get why anyone likes this. It's not just bad; it's wrong." And that's just like, and that just made me concerned. Like I'm like, okay, what the hell did I write in these? If someone's saying that it's like wrong, I was like, I'm super concerned. I could go on there and delete those, and the only reason I don't want to is because I feel bad if there's like legitimately anyone out there that actually likes reading over them, and I'm just taking it away.
Big fans.
I get positive reviews on it still, and I do have PM, like personal messages I don't respond to. I'm sorry.
What if you see someone walking
It's
around
not a community I want to
day,
be part of anymore.
What if you walk around, for example, like a park or a mall, and all of a sudden you see a guy with a T-shirt that has like one of your quotes on the shirt, and you're like, you recognize it?
I wouldn't know because I don't remember anything about what I did.
But once you see it, you might forget now, but once you see it, you'll be like...
I see it.
You know?
They could have my username on it because I remember the username I had.
They won't even know what you look like, so you'll just be like, you'll wink at them, and they'll think you're gay, but you know, when you explain to them.
But I'm just like, I kind of want to go back and read it to like see what he's referred to if wrong, but I'm just, oh my god, like I think I'd be better to go on there and just delete everything and not like.
Suggestion.
I don't know what I wrote. I'd have no idea what I wrote on fucking pages.
But a suggestion. You could pull them up now and read them right now before you delete them. So then this could be recorded.
I don't want. I don't want to create any
How about
possibility.
at the very least you open it and you don't read them aloud, but you read them to yourself and skim through and we just see your reactions. All right.
I can read a review if you want me to.
Well, let's read a review. Really,
I'll read the review of someone who really hated it and said it was because I don't think I deleted that email. I don't want to quote anything. Maybe after the call I can do it because I don't care if you know about it. But like, I legitimately have no idea what I wrote in these, and I don't think anyone. I'm not super concerned because this show isn't like it's not like a lot of people watch this and a lot of people are going to investigate after this is released.
And then Winnie the Pooh.
But I don't want someone going on. I don't want some wise guy going on there and like. I don't want some wise guy going on there and trying to discover. Like trying to find my shit. I don't want that to be possible. Like I don't want any because the main reason is it's not because honestly if someone found out what the premise was that that wouldn't even embarrass me that much because I mean it's cringy but it's not that bad.
What if Winnie the Pooh had sex with Speed Racer? How do you think their kids would look?
That's one of the things that concerns me. Did I write anything sexual? I don't think I did.
Yeah. Because
if someone's calling it wrong, that might be why. But I don't think I would do that when I was that age. I didn't. Maybe
if Woody Allen and Dash from The Incredibles had sex, would they have liked it?
Let me read.
That's pedophilia. I should probably stop talking.
Oh, where's the review? Can't find it.
What if you wrote a fanfic about you having sex with Speed Racer?
What if it was about me having sex with Speed Racer?
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't even like censor anything.
At the end, he gave you his helmet as a goodbye present.
Oh, here we go.
Before we part ways, my love, here's my helmet, and also here's my helmet.
Okay, so
all right.
Well, this isn't the one I was talking about. This makes me laugh. All right, this story sucks. You suck. The people in these reviews suck.
Okay.
That's the whole thing. Exclamation point.
That's just someone who's trying to have fun in the comment section. What a cool kid.
Oh.
Did I say kid or cat?
Okay, this is on a different story. Delete all of your horrible stories. They suck.
All right.
I might delete them.
You reply back, I might delete them.
What is this? That's all this one said. Oh, what is this shit? But they censored shit because they're good boys and girls. Okay, so it is the same person who was leaving all of the really nasty comments.
The same dude.
They were going on to all of my stories I wrote because there wasn't one I wrote, but there was one. Only
if he hated them so much, then why did he read all of your stories?
I probably didn't read. They're all in chapter ones. They like reviews of chapter ones. They probably didn't make it that far.
This dude was committed.
Okay, so let me. I'm gonna make sure.
Haha.
Okay.
Okay.
This is the review I was talking about. Here we go. Why is everyone in this comment section so screwed up? This story is too. So it wasn't they said it was wrong. They said it was screwed up. I'm glad you're not going to make any new stories. If you have a problem with my comment, that's your fault. Someone had to be honest with you. What do you expect when you post crap like this? Anyways, their username out.
All right.
I don't know what I expected.
I was insert age here. Yeah.
I think I was just trying to make a quality meme, quality comedy, and then you just took it too personally.
I don't think people understand storytelling these days, and that comment illustrates that very well. Personally.
Okay, so these are going into the.
When I was your age, I left a comment on some random guy's story on some random website I don't even know. That was when I was living. Then I married.
Oh, I get why. They were saying it's screwed up now.
Mm.
I was very unaware of certain things.
Mm.
Apparently there's like a deeper lore to the story. I was, yeah.
Just say it's a typo. You know, whatever it was, just
it's a typo.
It's a typo.
Yeah, it's just a typo. It's just a typo.
Yeah. Autocorrect, you know.
This person commented on every single one of them. I'm just reading through all of them now.
I think he was a secret big fan. You know, the ones that
Secret
hate you
big
the most are
fan,
actually the ones who
probably.
love you the most. That's the rule.
I might delete these. I don't know. Well,
Well, that was a fun episode.
that was funny. I like looking back on memory lane. I think I'm gonna go on to a website and delete stuff completely unrelated.
You want to end the episode before you do that?
Yep.
Yeah.
This is DuckCast episode 56.
Very short episode, but very, very
Uh,
fun ride.
Fun ride for all the gentlemen